Hey, it's time to butcher for Wise Guys Barbecue. And today on the butcher block, we have a entire whole veal hind shank, Thor's hammer. We've got this all Frenched for you. We've created our Thor's hammer utilizing a veal shank for our veal ossobuco recipe. We're gonna give you what I call the Wise Guys Barbecue hammer. We're gonna be braising this off in an upcoming video next week. So pay attention, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. All right, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there's one particular meat in the barbecue world that's been catching craze as of late. It's really gaining in popularity, and the reason for that is because it just creates a tremendous presentation as well as delivering the most incredible barbecue results. And that's called a Thor's hammer. And what a Thor's hammer is basically a beef shank. It's a whole beef shank, and they French the bone to expose some of that bone, so it creates what looks like a hammer, like a club-like thing, where you can grasp the bone in your hand, and you have all that nice meat around it. So what they do with that, it lends itself well, because it's from the beef shank, there's a tremendous amount of connective tissue in it. That's what lends itself great to low and slow cooking methods, smoking, braising. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be actually doing a veal ossobuco for you, utilizing that concept and that technique. So we're actually gonna use a veal shank. I have it on the board right in front of me. Now, in a traditional classic veal ossobuco dish, they use sliced cross-cut veal shanks, usually 1 to 2 inches thick, and they'll slice down this way. But we're not going to do it like that. We're actually going to create that Thor's hammer type of presentation to do our veal ossobuco. This is going to be braised off for several hours, and it's going to end up giving you that very unctuous, word of the day, unctuous and delicious, gelatinous, just melt in your mouth kind of meat that everybody just so adores. So, all right, so I'm gonna get to work on this veal shank. This happens to be an entire veal hind shank. It weighs about 3.5 pounds. And what I'm gonna do now, we're just gonna French that. I'm gonna remove maybe the top 2 to 3 inches of meat off this bone, and that'll expose that shin bone. And so later on when we braise this, there'll be much more pullback on the meat to expose even a greater amount of bone. So this will create our veal hind shank Thor's hammer, so to speak. All right. So basically all I want to do is I want to go on the outside, trim it a little of this external sinew off. And there's virtually very little that needs to be done to this other than just Frenching that bone. Now, on the beef shank Thor's hammer, they're probably about twice this size. You're talking about, once the cattle is at full grown, this is only like baby beef veal. Once it's full grown, it's going to deliver a much larger hind shank. So that's about it. So I'm going to lay this on its side. I'm going to go down maybe 2 to 3 inches, and I'm going to cut in a circular fashion right around the bone until I come in contact with it. And that'll enable us to go in here and just remove this bone, remove the meat, I should say, right off the bone. All right, I basically have this meat removed. I'm just gonna go in and clean up some of the leftover residual meat that's still on the bone. All right, so this is as far as I want to go, because what's going to happen, like I said, as this begins to braise and the meat begins to pull and contract, it's actually going to be a little pullback. So this meat will, you can see a couple inches of bone here, but when we're done with the cook, there'll be probably twice that amount. So there we have it. That's Thor's hammer veal shank. It's all ready to go. And as always, please like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you will not miss an episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week when we cook this off.